Hello, everybody out there in social media land. We are the Destruct Principle, and it has been 11 months since we have put out a brand new Devil's Den.
11 months of
Peace.
days of time. But what is time? Time exists. Time doesn't exist. Time is the way that you view it. If you're in a room with no sense of time, what is it? How do you handle it? Do you lay down and take a nap? Is it 5 hours? Is it an hour? Is it 10 hours? Is it 2 days? Do you age the same? Does your body react the same? Who knows? Who knows? I know that 11 months could be one day if you let it be.
These are the important questions. So we are back to update you all. Talk a little bit about what we've been up to, some shows that are coming up, some shows that we've been playing, people we've been working with, and chat a little about some exciting new updates and some new material, some new directions, just all the exciting things happening within TDP.
When you get anything new, do you actually read the directions, or do you try it first, and then if it doesn't work for you, do you revert to the directions? I know, I need to stop doing directions.
Unless it's something kind of complicated, then I will read the directions. But if it's something that it's only like a page of directions, I'm like, I can figure this out.
If it's music equipment, I just turn it on. I'm like, let's see what happens.
Let's see hit some buttons.
Let's see what chaos we can make. And then if I am lost, I'll give in and be like, the machine beat me again. And then I'll figure it out.
Those pesky machines.
I'll figure it out by reading paper that tells me what to do, or I'll look up a YouTube and see.
It is there for your convenience.
See a nice person that took the time to do a tutorial. And it's like, that was so easy. How did I not think that, brain? And then you toss the brain into the garbage chute, but it has fun with the slide. You want it to be lubricated though, because you can get burns on it if you don't. It's not fun. It'll take 3 layers of skin off.
I guess the lesson here is to lubricate your brain when you throw it down the garbage chute.
Exactly. I am glad you followed. I hope everyone has as well. But I think this intro had met its time, and we will be back after we stimulate ourselves with things to keep us awake, all properly legal. Goodbye, and see you in a few seconds. And especially as you find us currently in the Shooting Gallery Annex Arts Center at Coney Island, where, specially for us, it's not air conditioned. So we are sweating away. It's like a sauna without the rocks or the heating. It's just the sun beating without the heating of the sauna. The sun is beating.
So on that note, with the Arts Annex, which is where we are currently located, we are in Coney Island. And we have been out here at Coney Island helping out. And we have a cool show coming up here on August 5th. It is the Destruct Principle with Music of Curiosities. Opening is Gesso Lantern, and it's hosted by Pink Velvet Witch.
It has been over a year since the Destruct Principle performed at Coney Island.
Yeah.
And for this, it is the updated brand new venue, the Shooting Gallery Arts Annex, that you need to come out and be a part of. It is completely what you would consider DIY. It is pieced together by people that love what they do and care about it. The bands that come in here, you know how when you're at shows and half the time you get treated like garbage because you're just kind of like an afterthought.
Mm-hmm.
Here is completely the opposite. You get taken care of. People help you load in and out. You have a green room. You're treated very good because it's run by fellow creative artists, and all of the things my hand has its own identity.
That's okay.
My
Do what you
diff-
feel.
My different limbs talk to each other in different languages I can't understand, and then they move. Sometimes I don't like it, sometimes it's fun because they surprise me. It doesn't really matter because they'll do what they do. Sometimes I can get them to stop, like I'll say, "Stop, hand," and he listens.
Wow.
But the Shooting Gallery Arts Annex is a wonderful place for people to come out and feel at home. Everyone is accepted. There's no bullshit, and if there is, it's removed immediately. Also, directly beside us, which will hopefully be connected by next season, is the Razor.
Which side of us? That side of us?
The one that we also run the shows at.
Oh. So there is also...
Sideshow by the Seashore.
Yes.
The Freak Bar Theatre. Well, it's the Freak Bar and the Sideshow Theatre.
Yep, the Freak Bar and the Sideshow Theatre, which are directly next door to this venue. And that is where the world-famous Coney Island Circus Sideshow runs their daytime show. They have drag, they have burlesque. They also host music shows in there. The Freak Bar, you can come in, get cool, visit the gift shop, lots of cool Coney Island treats and lots of work by local artists.
You may even see a Razor D. Rockefeller at the gift shop or walking around with Sideshow Cat.
It's possible. And go visit the museum upstairs for lots of Coney Island history.
So also, Music of Curiosities runs in both the Shooting Gallery Arts Annex and the Sideshow Theatre. Just depends on if it's available, because events run at the same time here. It's busy. They always are pushing shows and artists. After the Destruct Principle August 5th show, which happens to be that she neglected to mention her birthday show, her high holiday that we celebrate for her.
It is. My birthday is August 6th, but my birthday show will be August 5th.
So that means August is Razor's birthday month.
The entire month. So give me presents, please.
What's your Cash App and Venmo? Have them send you money. I'll put it on the screen in post, but tell them.
Do it. My Cash App is $ Miss Razor D. My Venmo is at Razor D Rockefeller. But you'll put them up on the screen so people don't get it twisted.
I will, and I encourage you to send her a lot of money to show your support, to show her that you have money to give her and you're willing. Or you can contact her for customs, which are a bit more pricey, but you get exactly what you want. Ha 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 ha, you deviant fuckers. It's okay. You're encouraged and supported. Just
True.
let it all go. Just cover yourself in jelly and roll around in the street.
Sure.
I encourage that. I would shake your hand after that, after you washed it from the jelly. Unless it was a really good, like, grape jelly, I might just lick it then.
There you go. We've also been doing the World Oddities Expos this year with the Destruct Principle and also the Mary Lou's. We have the next one coming up on October 7th in Baltimore.
Baltimore, it's like a well taken care of trash can. I mean that in a good way, because I am many things. I am one of them being a trash clown, so trash and I get along very well. So if it is a well kept trash can, that is a compliment from me. Now if I said it was something like, I don't know, I hate the smell of fake rose, so if I was like, it's a bottle of rose spray, that would be a very bad comment.
Yes.
Who likes the scent of rose? It's disgusting. It's disgusting.
You're very passionate about that.
Well, yeah, when I was at what the hell is it, that expensive natural place, Lush.
Oh, yeah.
They had a line of the testers. I just went down the line spraying all of them, so it was this combination of things. And the very last one, I sprayed it without looking, and as I sprayed like the second time and it hit my face, I was like, Oh no, please don't be. And I turned the bottle on, it's like rose.
Should have looked before you sprayed.
And I was just like, I'm gonna smell like garbage until I wash myself, which could be a long time. But I think the rose inspired me to actually wash quickly.
Wow. I'll have to start spraying you with rose.
I mean, it'll depend. It'll have to be a lot of rose to make me shower more than... It doesn't matter.
But yeah, so World Oddities Expo coming up in October. There's also going to be November 25th in Minneapolis and December 2nd in Chicago. We'll double check the dates and put them on the screen. I'm pretty sure those are right. But that is the In Odd We Trust tour. So definitely if it's close to a city to you, come check it out. We will be there. And yeah, support a cool convention, a cool place to celebrate, the weird and the wonderful. And there's vendors, there's live performers, there's music, there's tattoo artists, there are educational speakers, all kinds of things. So check out a WOW near you.
There are more things there than you could buy and carry out. It is
Yes.
good. They have vendors come from all over, from far away, from close, so you get a nice combination of local artists and faraway artists. They might fly from the stack of
Possibly.
birds. It could be bird art. You're like, whoa, this bird made this art. It's amazing. It's
Sure.
from the bird stock. I don't know. I've seen it before. Only once. It was with the Shadow People. It was an impressive piece. But yes, the World Oddities Expo, it seems to be we've taken on the part of the WoW bands, which is good with us because we like WoW. WoW.
WOW is whoa.
WOE WoW.
And if you want to check out any information online, it is wowtothethee.com.
That is WOE, not WOAH, like a horror punk band.
But we'll put the link up.
Wow.
And we are going to take
We're gonna take
a short
break
little break,
because we need some stims to stay awake.
but we'll be back. And you
Perfect.
won't even know it.
Perfect.
We are back from our short break, although you would never know with the power of movie magic.
It's like Christianity, movie magic, that too many people believe. We get in a lot of chats about that, and then the next day we're like, what time is it? How is this possible? You see, the shooting gallery we're in, the Arts Annex, has no clocks. So really we only differentiate time by if we have an alarm set for an event we're running, and then we're like, I don't know what time of day it is, and it's okay because what does time matter really anymore? Did it ever? Not really.
Yeah, when we're here working in the shooting gallery, setting up for shows or things like that, there aren't any clocks and there aren't any windows, so it's this timeless void that you can just get lost in. You don't know if it's day or night or what's going on. It's kind of cool.
The first day or two, I kind of tweaked out. I was like, I don't know the time, and I usually always did. And then
You
back when I got rid of my Fitbit, I was like, it's time to embrace chaos again. And
Yes.
and now, when I'm here, I'm just like, does it matter? No. Does it matter that I've been up for who knows how long and don't know it? No. The point is to work on things, to get things done, to look at the light in front of me and hallucinate people, the shadow people. But they help too. They help carry equipment. They're very handy. I like them.
Oh, good.
I don't know the names yet.
That's okay.
They don't really talk. I don't think they have voice boxes.
Yeah,
But they carry the boxes, so that's appreciated.
that's nice. But yeah, we've been working a lot behind the scenes on some exciting things for the Destruct Principle.
You know, behind the scenes is where all the good times happen that you can't talk about because of the things that could get you in legal despair. Despair gummy bear.
And the
They're all black gummy bears because they're despair bears. I'm gonna copyright that, don't steal it, and if you do, at least give me a percentage of it. Despair bears. Yeah.
But
Glad you think that my new thing is funny.
I do.
That could be the joke of it. Despair bears, but they're like edibles that make you happy. They take your despair and they take it for you because they care about you. They're like, give me your sadness, give me your despair, and I'll give you happiness. And you're like, I don't care if it's real or not. If I feel it, it's real. Come here, despair bears, I love you. I like it. It's a good idea. If anyone has the means to do that before I do, again, I will take a certain percentage of it. We can share in the revenue.
Okay. So, with
ideas happening in real time. Yeah. Sophia.
No, but again, talking about working on things and just the general kind of next step and direction for where the group and the music and the performance is going to go. We've been working on a lot of really exciting stuff, and I know I'm personally really excited to kind of see the evolution, because what I think is so cool about TDP is it's sort of its own entity that, yes, we influence and we steer, but it almost takes on this life of its own, and at a certain point kind of guides us to where it needs to go. And definitely think with new material being worked on and things of that nature, that it's shaping up to be this really awesome next evolution of the Destruct Principle.
It does have its own frequency that it runs on. I've found it to be quite charming at times and quite violent at other times, but I still take whatever it delivers. I do think that where we're going with it is going to be surprising to some and enjoyed by others and disliked by some, and it's whatever you feel from it. As long as you feel something, I think you'll take away something from it. Also, in that it has its own life and frequency, it can also surprise us. It's interesting. I've said that a lot recently, because that's really a description that fits everything in this timeline that has happened in Act 3.
Yeah.
As you know, with the first album, we had the Chaos Rituals, which was almost like my personal exorcism from things I had inside me that needed to come out from a lot of different things.
Yeah. I wasn't a part of that, but I did get to see that, and I enjoyed the raw emotion. That was it. It really embraced the Chaos Ritual name. Yeah.
And it helped very much for some time. And then once I felt that I had basically exercised the energy I needed to with that, we moved on to growing into the Greater Magic movement, which with that, rather than an album, I see it as just an existence, because cats will be with you forever. Like Sideshow Cat here. Another reason you should come to Coney Island is Sideshow Cat John Wick. He is the champion, the ruler of worlds. When you see him, you feel everything. You feel enlightenment, you feel his pain, you feel his hunger, you feel his contentment,
his sadness, his joy.
But most importantly, you feel his belly. He'll probably attack you, but
Don't
still
touch
you
the
should
belly.
I mean, I think you should take on the warrior spot.
Tread lightly.
You should deal with a wound or two to touch the belly, 'cause Sideshow Cat, aka John Wick, is a champion of kings.
It's very true.
I know what is growing in me will be 10 times what it has been.
Yes.
Because the vast timelines and the mirror realms have heightened my experiences and the energy that I will bring to it. I don't know exactly how it will be pursued, but it will be very strong. Yes, and how I mentioned, it's not going to be necessarily a collection of concepts, but more on how we've experienced mirror realms and opposing timelines and switched through them. It's a unique experience because we both Razor and I experienced it at the same time, one time coming back from, I believe, a show.
Yes.
And it was very obvious it was different on the way back. Everything was not settled the way that it should be. And I think since then it has been in Act 3 of whichever realm we have come into. Whether you believe that or not, I feel that things have been significantly different each time that there have been switches. And I also believe that with the mirror realms, that you can see where you were headed otherwise, and you can take from that advice that you might have not used before. You can see the path that you would have gone that was not correct, and you can take what you've learned from that and put it into your current state. Again, I don't know where the next jump will be, but it was very obvious to both of us when we had gotten back. And we even mentioned to each other as we came into the rehearsal space how everything felt a little off. The light was different, the room was different, but you couldn't really place it.
It was like everything looked the same, but it looked different somehow, and there was this different feeling and this different quality to everything. It felt strange and not familiar, even though everything physically looked exactly the same.
It felt like the place we had rehearsed for years was not the same. It was an alien place.
Yeah.
And it's strange at first. You're almost wondering what is going on in my head, but then you come into it and embrace it, and you continue on, and then
just see where it takes you.
Things out of your control happen, things in your control happen, and you find the best way to follow through with that, because the world will not stop, and you have to find your place, and you make your place in it. You dig where you need to be, and you build where you're going to stay. It will be quite an interesting future for the Destruct Principle. I always assumed that people would just take it as, again, a dark band, which I don't even consider it a band. It's a performance piece, performance art with music. I don't consider myself a musician. I consider myself more of just a creator or a magician. I'll take that, or a trash clown. Anything you can call me any title. But yes, the ones that feel, especially during the Chaos Ritual era, that thought it was just meant to shock and cause a reaction. Meant to cause a reaction, but with purpose. It wasn't just to shock. There were purposes behind everything in the stage show. Things that needed to be done, things that needed to be left on stage each night, and it helped me to get through a lot of issues that burdened me. And here I am on Act 3, still going. Isn't that fancy? If you are anywhere near Coney Island, Brooklyn, New York, August 5th, we will be celebrating Razor's High Holiday. August is her entire birthday month, so if you want to send her money every day, go for it if you've got a lot of money.
And also, too, I did forget to mention, we will also have a special guest joining us, Obsidian Absurd, with a really cool performance piece that we are super excited to have them in on.
Yes, if you go to our YouTube channel, you will see, actually, I believe it was the last time we were here, a little over a year ago, she joined us with a very strong, moving ritual, and I'm not quite sure on if that's going to be the same performance or if it has grown into something else. Either way,
you'll have to come and see.
We look forward to it. We will have some other special guests as well. You'll have to come out to see it. And I hope you get to see the Destruct Principle's next form and see where it goes and see how it grows.
And I hope that, again, in every sort of evolution of the group, I feel like it has been, different enough that you can take something new from it. And I feel like with this next stage, how we were saying, it may have a lot of dark elements and imagery to it, but it's overall a very positive experience. And I think a lot of people are afraid by something that is so emotionally raw. And I think that's where a lot of the misinterpretation of it just being dark, it's taking those dark things and those things inside of you and bringing them to the surface and just releasing them in this explosive energy in performance. And it's powerful and it's raw, but it's a positive thing. It's a way of, sharing that with other people who can get something out of it as well. And it's a way as a performer to channel those things in your brain and get them out and use them in a creative way. And I think this is not going to be, it's going to be, again, that same thing, but it's going to be even more powerful because there is a lot to utilize.
There is a lot from the past 7+ years that has buried a hole in my soul, if you believe in soul's energy, whatever you want to call it, from numerous things that have culminated in, because otherwise it gets stagnant. the best compliment that we can get is after a ritual performance, when anyone comes up to us and recognizes the state that it put them in, the energy of the room that changes. That's the best compliment that we can get, whether it's 3-5 people in a room or a full venue of people and cats would be
Even better.
amazing. Either way, it doesn't matter how many are there to see us. We exercise what we need to every performance.
You think we're good?
I think we've gathered on everything.
I think we have.
So once again, we have had quite a year so far. A lot of World Oddities Expo conventions that we have performed. Most recent performance we had supporting Scold
Yes.
at Love Drafts Mechanicsburg.
Which we always love drafts. They're always good to us.
And coming out from today, if we're on day 3 of being up straight, it is day 3, I believe.
Yes.
Yes.
But yeah, August 5th, our next show here at Coney Island, which is also my high holiday show. So definitely come out, check us out in the brand new renovated, reopened Shooting Gallery Arts Annex with a brand new upgraded sound system. It's a great venue. Come out and support Coney Island. Come out and support Music of Curiosities. Come out and support us. And yeah, it's 9 p.m.
9 p.m. It is a $20 ticket. We know that is a little up there, but the experience, and it goes completely towards Coney Island, a non-profit organization continuing the arts in Brooklyn, New York. They have many wonderful programs. It goes to a good cause, and we hope you will join us. And either way, send Razor money. Send her money every day if you want.
I would love that.
And
you could check out coneyisland.com for upcoming events and tickets if you want to get them in advance, or
yes,
you
I
can buy
guess-
them the day of.
I guess if I were, because we also run events here after the Destruct Principle show, there is also Music of Curiosity shows August 11th and 12th. I believe there's more after that. I don't recall the dates, but you can find them on coneyisland.com. And just because I can, I'm going to say you should check out Razor's Hellfire sites, where you can see many different acts of
Sin?
bravery.
That works.
I'll say bravery because 3 eggs is impressive.
Thank you.
And if you don't know what I mean, you need to go to Linktree. Continue, please.
Linktree/Razor D Rockefeller, and you can find all my links in there for my spicy and non-spicy sites, which I will be having some really cool new stuff coming up in the very near future. And then you can find this one at Linktree/He's been using brand X.
He's been using brand X.
And yeah, anything else that we need to plug a chug?
No, I think we'll just mention that we are going to be starting these up again in a timely fashion. It won't be another 11 months, because we like to update and be as social as we allow ourselves to be, because this way we don't have to interact with humans, but we can reach them.
Yeah, we're definitely excited to be jumping back into creating more content and creating more Devil's Dens And if you have anything that you would like to see us discuss, questions, anything you want to know, definitely comment, and maybe we will have an episode about it.
Yes. And then, because we always like to support those who also do spooky things, I don't know the date right now, but you've seen us work the different Fang Around events. Dark Parlor will be having the Krampus, not if I pronounce that right, sometime near the end of the year. That is where you get to dress up as evil Santa with jingles.
Pretty much any Christmas holiday cryptid will suffice.
If you haven't seen the movie Krampus, it's from the same director that did Trick or Treat. You
really
should see it. It's amazing. And then also, we've got JVW, who does fantastic paintings and collage art. So you can find him on Instagram. I believe it's JVDubs. Is it 666?
Yeah.
For his personal. Paintings by JVW and
Collages from Hell.
Collages from Hell.
So check out that really cool spooky art that he does as well.
And I believe that is all I have to say. If you do have things that glitter in white light, bring them to a show. I might invite. What does that mean? What does anything mean? Time. It helps with time. You can survive time through the blinding white light.
On that note, thank you for tuning in, and we'll see you next time. Bye.
The blinding white light.